Many routines are starting to get back to normal during the COVID-19 pandemic, and on our new series called Take a Tour with Taylor, we show you exactly how people are making the best out of these different situations for everyday living. This week, she stopped by Easterseals headquarters to see all the precautions they have in place to keep the children safe.
This week on Take a Tour with Taylor, I stopped by Easterseals to see how they are still changing lives in the midst of this coronavirus pandemic. The nonprofit is in the business of doing just that. In fact, it's their mission, creating solutions that change the lives of children and adults with disabilities and special needs in the Ohio Valley. And when the pandemic hit, they had to come up with creative ways to do their sessions.
Thanks to the use of technology, we've been able to work with children on computers and be able to connect through Zoom and different meeting platforms where the therapist can still see the child. And what's nice is then they can work with them in their home environment, which sometimes can be really helpful for just continuing some of the therapy activities in the home. And when they come in the building, now that we're doing more face-to-face services, we do ask that everyone wear a mask when they come in, and we're using plastic shields to create a separation between the children and the therapists.
They have started doing teletherapy sessions for children that aren't ready to come back into the building just yet.
So for the little boy that I'm working with now, he's working on fine motor skills, working on using his hands to play and draw, cut, manipulate toys. So I work with whatever materials the family has in their house.
They are also taking lots of precautions for the children that have come back to do face-to-face sessions.
We kind of keep our space and try to play on the floor, and we sanitize between each therapy session. Each student has their own bin, so pretty much most of the things that they touch are in their own bin, so there is no cross-contamination between the students.
Okonski says their team has been so wonderful adapting to the pandemic restrictions, and they have all missed the children so much.
It was really tough for them to not be able to see their clients there for a few months and to only be able to see them remotely through telehealth. They've just been so wonderful about trying to make sure that our families were still provided for as much as possible.
The Take a Tour with Taylor series will continue in the coming weeks. Who knows which town I might end up in next. But for now, reporting in Wheeling, Taylor Long, working for you.
Take a Tour with Taylor is brought to you by Citywide Insurance and Real Estate.
Sadly, Easterseals had to cancel most of their events this year due to the pandemic, but they say that won't slow down their mission. If you would like to help support them, visit wv.easterseals.com or mail gifts to 1305 National Road in Wheeling.